Book review. That was a bad clap. I got glare. I don't want glare. I mean, it's not like these videos really do anything. It's just me yapping, really. I do want to put more effort into this stuff. Get like an actual webcam and mic. Hopefully, sound's doing good. I don't know why. Sometimes it's really quiet. But I just finished reading Days at the Torunka. Days at the Torunka Cafe by Satoshi Yagisawa, translated by Eric Ozawa. You know, shout out to translators. But yeah, I picked this up. Wasn't really sure. Like, I picked this up like a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. Probably 2 weeks ago, because I finished reading. What the fuck did I read before this? Oh yeah, I was reading Color of Matter, Terry Pratchett. Did I do a video about that? I can't remember, but I meant to. There's a few videos I gotta do. But I picked this up because it seemed kind of cool. Seemed kind of like cozy and chill. But I grabbed it. Not sure when I would get around to it because I'll buy a book and not really read it for a while, as a lot of people do. But I finished reading Color of Magic. Wasn't really sure what to read next. And I was just like, fuck it, I'll read this because it looks good. And this is like 225 pages, I believe. It's split up into 3 stories that all connect to each other. That all takes place, or is centered around this cafe, Torunka. I'm probably saying that wrong, but it should be Torunka, I believe. But it centers around this cafe, split into 3 stories, and like each story focuses on a different character, but every character like interweaves throughout the stories. So like the main character in the first one, like he'll have like a couple lines of dialogue in the second one. So like he stood there. It's a good way to woven like the continuity between the stories. And I really love this. It was so good. So good. I am easily stressed out by a lot of things. And reading, it's like certain stories, I was usually, my goal when I read is to do at least 20 pages. And I'll usually stop at 20 pages unless like it's like an odd number and I want to get to an even number, or it's like there's a chapter. Like if I read 15 pages, but like then that 15th page is the end of a chapter, I'll probably just stop there unless I'm really enjoying the book. But that's my goal, 20 pages. And sometimes I'm stressed out and can only do 20 pages. Very rarely am I like really excited to read it, and I'll read like a lot more. And this one was felt so carefree reading this. Like I'll usually read in the mornings of my days off, and so it takes me a while to get through books. But because that's kind of what I can handle sometimes, because I'm just an anxious person. But this was so carefree and such a joy to read. Like I was reading it at nights. I was reading more than 20 pages. It was so charming, very cozy read, you know, so stress free, so heartwarming. It was beautiful. I was reading this and I was just like, is this my favorite book? Get to that. But yeah, 3 stories. The first one is like a romance. Second one is kind of focused on like lost love and kind of like a reconnection in a way. The third one is about uh, grief and first love. And the characters are written, I thought, very well. Um, like the stories are about like 70-ish pages each, I believe. Does that math? Does that, it says like it's 225, 70 plus 70. Oh god. 60 plus 60 is 120. Add another 20 is 140. 140 plus 70. I think that math checks out. I know the first one was like 70 pages. But so like, and what he can, like, he tells a very compelling story within those 70 pages. It's a very good start to finish. And like some of the, like the, some, you'll see some like bleed through into other stories. Not much like a continuation, but it's like, oh yeah, and then like you see a little continuity, which is really nice. But each little story is like a full story within itself, and it's so well done. Like I'm not good at like I'm no matter what I do with this channel, like I'm never gonna like be like an actual review person. Like anything I do on this page is just me talking. It's not gonna be well thought out. It's not gonna be polished. It's just me to talk. And so like I'm not gonna be able to explain things very well. But this book is very, very good. Very easy, light-hearted read. Excuse me. And it just puts a smile on your face. Just puts a smile on your face. You know, you really are able to connect to the characters. And it's a little it's like, lighthearted. There's little like silly stuff. Not really. Maybe like within the first story. I think the first story is probably my favorite. That's the like romance one, really. Uh, it's about this waiter at the cafe, and he, uh, the customer that walks in, he brings her coffee, and she's like, "Oh my God, it's you! We finally meet again." And she, I guess like I don't think it's spoiling because it happens in like the first like 10 pages. Uh, yeah, but she's like, we were lovers in a previous life, and that's all I'll say about the story. For the first story, and so it's like the first one is probably my favorite. The second one is very good, more kind of like not heart wrenching, but like you really kind of feel for the character. And then the third one, you're kind of like, say the first one's really, I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But yeah, the first one's more romance. Second one's more, uh, you know, a reconnection type of deal and trying to kind of get back to what you lost. The third one is dealing with grief and kind of pushing forward through that and finding like a new love. And it's just like I'm so repetitive. It's just so good, so cozy, so heartwarming, beautifully well done. This might be my favorite book, man. As I think about my favorite books back in the day, like I am like I really love like sci-fi fantasy type stuff. Like I really love action, but I also am a sucker for romance. And this is not a romance, but it's more in line of like just a chill, nothing really happens. It's just all about characters. And that, as someone who likes to write, uh I guess as a hobby, that's what really inspires me is the stories where you're not relying on these huge plot, huge stakes, facing the fate of the world type stuff. You're centered down to characters and their conversations. How can you make that compelling? That's what really inspires me because like when you can do that well, it's the best thing ever. I feel like Breakfast Club is one of my favorite movies. It's just them in a library talking. I love it. I love that stuff, and this is does that so well. And I think I highly recommend it. Like this is like such a good like burnout read. If you're feeling burnt out and you just want something kind of light, so like this is perfect. And I'm debating what rating I should give it. Oh, I'm hearing something. This probably isn't gonna sound well. I'm hearing like a squeak. My headset. But dude, I really hope the audio comes through on this, man. I'm gonna be so bummed. But so good. I'll give it a 10. I'll give it a 10. I think if someone asked me, "Hey, what's your favorite book?" I'm probably gonna say this. Loved it, loved it, loved it. Yeah. Thinking about what I need to read next now, though, because I got another Terry Pratchett book. I have a. I got the box set for Chronicles of Prindan, I believe, which is like the book series that the old Disney movie The Black Cauldron is based loosely based off. I want to read that because I really loved The Black Cauldron growing up, and I recently rewatched it. But yeah, Days at the Torunka Cafe. Probably saying it wrong again, but 10 out of 10. Beautiful story. That's it.